What is up and welcome back, and today we have a very underrated basketball sneaker, and it is going to be from Converse. And I don't know if you haven't been following Converse in a while, but they have been improving their whole line completely, especially that Nike bought the brand. I don't know if you knew that, but that's going to be a huge plus for their classic models and also the basketball line. So this one right here is going to be the All-Star BB Prototype CX, and it's a very unique design. So let's get right into it. Now I do want to mention that a lot of modern day basketball sneakers tend to be more minimalist. Now this basketball shoe right here is going to be the complete opposite, and you can see it with the midsole. Just look at that. Look how high it is. It's a very thick, sizable amount. It extends look all the way up here. Turn it around. It goes all the way around the sneaker. So that right there is going to be that CX foam. You can see it underneath. It does say CX. So you have that right there. So what does that mean? It means that you're going to be very protected in the sneaker. The stability and support in this shoe is going to be very good. And just think about it. If you have heel or ankle problems, your foot is going to be caged with all this foam right here. So it is going to give it that protection, but it's going to make it a lot harder for you to roll your ankle. It can still happen because you can roll your ankle in any type of sneaker, but it's just going to reduce the chances of it happening. So that right there is going to be a huge plus. And not just that, it's also going to have an internal heel clip. You can feel it from within. So that's going to be good details on top of details. Also moving on, we set the sneaker down, we can see the padding of it. I do love the padding that it comes with. It's going to be very nice. You're going to have these ankle pillows right here. Also in the back, right here of the pull tab. And then even the tongue. Just look at the tongue. It has very good padding. It's going to be, I would say, heavy padding, right? Just look at that. It's not going to be thin. It's not going to be medium. It's going to be better than medium. And some people like that, other people don't. I do love when I see a basketball sneaker and it has tons of padding. I just love the feeling of that, right? Now a drawback is going to be the materials. For example, for the entire upper, the majority of it, you are going to have this synthetic material, right? This mesh material. Here it's more closely knit right here, and here is more open, right? Now this, it might seem that it's breathable because it looks like a mesh and that there's openings, but as you can tell, the lining from within extends all the way throughout the sneaker, all the way through it, okay? So that is going to cut down a whole lot on the breathability, and I did try to see if it did have some air ventilation, but it really doesn't have a whole lot. So there is going to be a disclaimer if you are looking at this sneaker maybe to buy it. If you don't like your feet getting hot, this one right here might not be the best sneaker for that, okay? So I did want to bring that up, but I do love the design and the aesthetics of it, right? This right here is going to be very good quality and stability. The materials are very thick. Again, that's good quality right there. This shoe is built to last. The materials are very solid, okay? So you don't see that a whole lot because, like we mentioned, a lot of newer, more modern basketball shoes from different brands sometimes tend to have the shoes where they cave in on themselves. You take them off and they kind of lose their shape, right? Or you move them around like this. Look, try moving to the side, and it doesn't fold all the way over, right? Like other basketball sneakers. I like that. Even if you press down, it comes back to the same shape it had. So I like to see that because I feel, especially you're a shifty player, when you're moving fast and you stop right, you do those movements, those side-to-side movements. I don't like when it's not stable like that, when you feel that the shoe is moving around too much. So this shoe right here is going to have you covered. And if we turn it around, this is going to be the traction that we're working with. It is going to be kind of like this wave pattern, right? That moves throughout. The sneaker has like a flow to it, but it is going to have these nubs in between the pattern, that flow. And I don't mind nubs when you're going to use it for indoors, but definitely for outdoors, I say don't use this basketball sneaker because on real hard surfaces and rocks, it can make these nubs kind of break off. So definitely you're going to be covered for indoor use, but don't use it for outdoor use. Okay. Now, when you are playing in this shoe, this sneaker is going to gather a whole bunch of dust. Okay, so if you are playing on the clean court, you're going to be solid, but on a dirty court, you're going to have to wipe consistently. Okay, so that could be kind of a drawback for a lot of ballers, because that could be annoying to wipe constantly. And personally, I don't like wiping constantly, but I can do it. Okay, if I have a basketball sneaker that I love how it looks, I love the design, I'm just constantly wiping. Okay, so it doesn't bother me when I love the design of the sneaker. But I know that could be pretty much a make or break for other people. So just have that in mind. If that's something you don't like to do, I am going to keep it real in this video. Don't pick this one up. But if you don't mind doing it, then definitely this could be a solid pickup for you. And not just that, as you can tell, it does come with the air zoom, so you're going to have that in the front of the sneaker, right? So you do get a little bit of bounce, nothing too wild, right? But you do get a little bit of bounce. You definitely do feel it. I felt it. It feels nice, I'm going to be honest. It does feel real nice. And you do get a sham plate here. You can see it right there. And I do tend to have arch problems, so having something in the middle is going to help out very good. And again, you can see the foam exposed right here, which is the same foam that cages the whole sneaker. So there you have it. We like to keep it real on this channel. This basketball sneaker is going to be something a little bit more different. Like we talked about, the build of it is going to be more sturdier, a little bit more bulkier. Not too bulky, it doesn't look too big on feet. And I do love the aesthetics of it, right? So that's something either you do like or you don't like. But something I did want to mention is that try to look for quality, right? When you're ever looking at basketball sneakers or just clothes or things in general, look for quality. Don't just follow the hype. I know a lot of people tend to stick to just certain brands because they're the more popular brands, and I do like a lot of those popular brands. You guys seen on the channel, I do a lot of different shoes. You see a lot of the popular brands, and I love a lot of the sneakers they come out with, but I never just follow the hype. Like this shoe right here, maybe a lot of people don't want to rock Converse, right, because they've never been a Converse person. But man, give them a chance. When I gave them a chance, and then when Nike bought them, I have been very impressed. I'm going to say, out of all the brands out there, they're the ones that have been stepping up their game a whole lot, okay, compared to anybody else. With that said, these are going to be the All-Star B&B Prototype CX, and the price tag is 120 USD. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.